What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are diving into our first battles of Season 4 for GO Battle League. So I hope you guys had a great Season 3. I hope you guys achieved your goals that you set out for yourself. If you guys did not, don't worry. It's a brand new season. We are starting fresh, and there are some changes to this season. I did make a video yesterday about that, so if you want to know more information about what's happening here in Season 4, you guys can go check that out up here. But one thing I did want to note is that we can get to rank 9. All of you guys can get to rank 9 this season because just like before, right, you get from 1 to 7 just from wins. If you guys lose, it doesn't take away from your progress. That is now being pushed to rank 9, and you guys need 204 wins basically to get to rank 9. Now that does include all the different tiers, but if we take account that there are 56 days in this season and just doing some simple math, that is 3.6 wins per day to hit rank 9. Now that does not account maybe one set you go 5-0 but you only needed one win to reach the next rank, and maybe that doesn't carry over. We don't know that for sure, but it just gives you guys a sense that you guys can easily get to rank 9 as long as you guys can consistently play, maybe do a set or two every single day and have fun with it, right? If you guys' goals is just to get to rank 9, not worry, you guys can create some really fun teams, have a lot of fun. So in today's video we are going to try out a new Pokemon, and that is going to be Galvantula. I mentioned yesterday again in that video, Galvantula got a new move of Lunge. It's a bug type move that is an Icy Wind clone and is extremely strong. We're going to pop up a graphic right here. This is what Galvantula does to the Great League meta. It absolutely destroys it, and its biggest weaknesses that you guys are going to see are basically a Galarian Stunfisk, a Bastiodon, and an Alolan Marowak are pretty strong. There are some other counters, but those are going to be the most common that you guys will see. So the team that we're building around right here is Whiscash on the lead to catch those Bastiodons, the Galarian Stunfisk, the Alolan Marowaks. We're going to use Galvantula as our cover, and then we're going to have Skarmory as the safe swap. Kind of counterintuitive, right? It can get locked down by a Galarian Stunfisk, it can get locked down by a Bastiodon, but that's kind of the goal. I want to catch or trap the bear trap, that being Galarian Stunfisk, which is probably going to be the most common. So that's the strategy win behind it. If you guys want to know more about this team, be sure to stick around after the battles and we're going to dive into the team. Alright, getting right into this first battle here. We are up against a previous rank 10, and this is the first battle of Season 4. Let's see how it goes. We have Whiscash on the lead versus an Azumarill. So like I said, my strategy is to trap the bear trap right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to build up to 2 Mud Bombs, or just before 2 Mud Bombs. We're going to go ahead and fire off our own Mud Bomb right now, and then we're going to look to switch into Skarmory to soak the charge move from the Azumarill right here. So we're going for the Mud Bomb, and then now we are going to switch into the Skarmory, hope to soak the charge move. They do decide to throw, which is fine. If this is a Hydro Pump, that's okay. We still have Galvantula in the back, but what I want to do is draw out that big anti-Flyer Beam Bastiodon or Galarian Stunfisk, and there it is. We have trapped the bear trap right there. Literally the first game, the plan worked perfectly, so let's see how we can finish off this game right here. We're going to be going for Sky Attack first. It's going to do some nice resisted damage. Galarian Stunfisk can still take a lot of damage here, but we're going to go ahead and let him hit us with a Rock Slide. We're not going to be shielding right here. We're going to save our shields for the Galvantula. They go for the Rock Slide. Now we're going to try to go for that Brave Bird. It's going to do quite a bit of damage in this matchup, and we can potentially get this Galarian Stunfisk into the red right here. We'll have to see. So we're going for the Brave Bird right here. Does a lot of damage. We get Galarian Stunfisk very, very low, and we get it just before the red. So Skarmory just did that to a Galarian Stunfisk. This is perfect. They're going for the Rock Slide. That's going to be taking us out. We're going to come back in with our Whiscash and go straight for the Mud Bomb. I do not want them to potentially get to an Earthquake, and we are looking good. So now we just eliminated the hardest counter to our Galvantula, so time to unleash the Spooter right here. We're going to go ahead and destroy, and they have a Skarmory. So they have a Azumarill and Skarmory, so Galvantula is going to go to town right here. Now, it is taking super effective damage from that neutral damage from that Air Slash because of the Bug Electric typing right here. So as you guys see, it's starting to add up, but that's okay. We still have Whiscash in the back. We're going to go ahead and shield. The Sky Attack right here would do quite a bit of damage, and now we're going to be going for another Discharge. And what's great is Discharge and Lunge have the same energy cost, so there's no reason to be considering like a shield bait. You're just going to be throwing the exact move, and then I could have committed to the farm down right there, but I decided to throw the energy right here, and let's see how we do. So this is going to be taking out the Skarmory, and then the Azumarill is in the back like a sitting duck right here, and they do get to a charge move. So I make a slight mistake. I shield right here. I'm thinking I can get to the Discharge in time, but Galvantula is very glassy, so as you guys are going to see, the bubbles aren't, I'm not going to be able to get to the Discharge in time. So now this is definitely going to come down to the wire. Whiscash right here. If the Azumarill can get off 2 charge moves on us, it's going to be very close, especially since these are play roughs. That does quite a bit of damage, so we need to be able to get to the Mud Bomb right here. We get to the Mud Bomb. So hopefully this is going to be enough damage. If not, which I don't think it is, we're going to have to get to another Mud Bomb in time because Mudshot's not going to be finishing off. So we got to get to this Mud Bomb, and we do get to it in time. And that is going to be a good game. So good first game to my opponent. But my strategy behind this team, just having fun in this first set, was trap the Galarian Stunfisk that are going to be out there. All right, let's move into the next battle here. So we do see quite a few unique Pokemon today as well. I don't know what you guys are seeing in rank 1, but definitely some unique Pokemon. So let's see how this one goes. We have Whiscash on the lead versus a Bastiodon. Fantastic. I'm guessing this might be Bastiodon double Razor Leaf, but it's actually going to be an Alolan Ninetales. So really interesting. We're going to go ahead and throw the Mud Bomb right here. I want to chip away the health, and then we're going to be going into the Skarmory right now, because Skarmory can't do anything against a Bastiodon. Neither can Galvantula, but at least we're going to be resisting Charm right here because of our Steel typing. So we are not going to shield. This was a bit quick, and I think this is going to be the Psyshock, which it is. Just a Psyshock, doesn't do a lot of damage. We got to be careful here. As you guys notice, Charm is starting to chunk us. We're already at 50% health, so we need to be going for Sky Attacks right here. We can't get that Brave Bird debuff, and we do get the second shield, which is beautiful. Now we got to get to this Sky Attack in time before they send off another Psyshock, because if I can have those 2 shields in the back and maintain switch advantage, which is very important here, we got to keep that Whiscash on that Bastiodon, we're looking pretty solid. So we do win the matchup, get both shields, and things are looking good. Bastiodon comes back in. This is fantastic. We can line our Whiscash back up against the Bastiodon, as Galvantula would get absolutely destroyed by the Bastiodon. You definitely don't want to have that matchup right there. Alright, so Skarmory is now going down. We're going to go ahead and bring back in our Whiscash right here. We're anticipating a swap. They do swap into their own Whiscash. We're going to bring in the Galvantula right here. And what's great is that this now new move of Lunge is going to be doing neutral damage to the Whiscash, and a lot at that. On top of that, it's going to be doing lowering the attack basically of the opponent, which is fantastic. It does have access to Energy Ball, so we could have that in one shot, but Lunge just does so much. As you guys can see right there, this is fantastic. Now we don't need to shield right here. I'm not sure why they went for a Water Pulse. If you guys are running Whiscash, you definitely need Mud Bomb and Blizzard. Just letting you guys know that right now, but we're just going to go ahead and load up on some energy, go for the Lunge right here. This is going to be taking out the Whiscash, and we still have our own Whiscash for that Bastiodon in the back, which is fantastic. That's very important on maintaining this matchup right here for us. So they decided to throw their energy, which is fine. They could have commit to the farm down on us, but the Flamethrower is going to come through. Perfectly fine with that. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Whiscash. We're going to build up to 2 Mud Bombs right here and go for the back-to-back to finish off this game. So the first Mud Bomb coming through is going to be doing super effective damage to this Bastiodon. Whiscash is a fantastic counter to them, which is why I'm pairing it with the Galvantula on top of the Skarmory as well. And then this second one will be eliminating the Bastiodon, and that is going to be a good game. Alright, moving into the next battle here. We'll have to see how this one goes. We have a Whiscash on the lead versus a Scizor. So pretty decent matchup for us, and they're deciding to now swap out, I believe. Yeah, they're going to swap out right there. They swap out into the Ferrothorn. And I'm having trouble switching. I can't switch. So we get into the Galvantula, and we actually time it perfectly. So we're going to go ahead and soak this Power Whip. It's going to be doing resisted damage, which is pretty nice. But it still did a lot. Could have shielded that right there, but we're going to go ahead and go for Lunge right now. Lunge is going to be doing neutral damage and also lowering the attack here of the Ferrothorn. Wasn't sure what was up with my switch button right there, but I just couldn't switch out. I don't know what happened, but we're going to go ahead and start shielding now. We need to get some more charge moves of Lunge against our opponent right here, so Thunder is going to be coming through. Not sure why they're not going for the power up. It does enough damage right there. And we're going to go ahead and go for the next Lunge right here. Again, still lowering the attack of our opponent and potentially getting shields. We get 2 shields right there, which is fantastic. We're going to go ahead. I think I'll let this one go through. I definitely need shield advantage late game. And it's going to be a Thunder, which actually doesn't take us out. And then they swap out into the Scizor right here to get off a charge move. So really interesting play by my opponent, but now they're locked in versus my Skarmory. So that, bad news bears for them right there. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Skarmory right here. It's going to be doing neutral damage and a lot at that. We're going to be resisting the Fury Cutter right there, which is really nice. They're going to be getting off a charge move right here. I'm guessing it's going to be Night Slash to do some nice neutral damage, but it's actually Iron Head and still does quite a bit. So we're just going to try to commit to the farm down, and I pull the trigger on Sky Attack a bit late, and I CMP tied right there with them, so I'm wishing I didn't throw so I could just completely farm down, because then I could go for back-to-back, potentially against a Ferrothorn coming in. So we're going to go ahead and go for Sky Attack right here. You know, going to let it go through just in case I can get one more fast move in on the Scizor, but we don't. And then we are going to see a... What are we going to see here? I believe it's a Mawile. No, it's going to be a Stunfisk. So we're going to go ahead and bring back in our Whiscash, but because we have so much energy from not being able to swap, we can go straight for the Blizzard right here for the heavy neutral damage and near one-shot the Ferrothorn right there. And then we are going to see the Stunfisk now come back in, and we're just going to go for another Blizzard because of that ground typing. It's going to be taking super effective damage. We can also hit super effective with our Mud Bombs as well because it is ground electric, but the Blizzard, I can say words. Blizzard is that like one-hit KO kind of move right here. It's going to be doing a lot of damage, and as you guys see, kaboom, there we go. And we're going to be able to finish off with fast moves alone. They do get off a final charge move right here, but this is not going to be enough to take us out, and we still have Skarmory in the back, so it is all good. Mud Bomb does some nice neutral damage, and we finish off right there, and that is going to be a good battle. All right, moving into the next one here. So far we saw some really good meta teams early. Especially that first game. Now we're starting to see some spicy stuff. So a good mix here of people trying out new Pokemon, which is fantastic. We have Whiscash versus Emolga, which is really, really interesting. This is an electric flying typing, so we'll have to see what we can do here. But I definitely got to threaten with Blizzard. That's the important part. Plus, they have access to Aerial Ace, which is going to be doing neutral to us, which is okay. But we got to threaten with the Blizzard right here, and then we're going to go for the Mud Bomb for the shield baiting opportunity. So we'll have to see if they can shield. I believe this is going to be doing resisted damage right here. Yeah, they do decide to shield, which is fine. They swap out into a Victory Bell, a Shadow Victory Bell. Thank goodness we have the Skarmory right here. We're just going to completely farm down. We're not going to throw any energy. We're not going to shield as well because we will be resisting the charge moves here from the Shadow Victory Bell. We're just going to completely farm down. But what I'm worried about is how much health I lost on my Whiscash right there from the fast moves of the Shadow Victory Bell. Now we do see a Mawile come in with Ice Fang, which is really, really interesting. Very unique Pokemon here run by this trainer. They decide to shield that right there. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Brave Bird right here. We get to the Brave Bird, but they do win CMP tie. With the Shadow Mawile, we're not going to shield. It's just going to be a power-up punch, which we can survive. And then we're going to go for the Brave Bird. And because they are Shadow, this is going to be doing a lot more damage as well. So the Brave Bird comes through, does so much resisted damage right there. We can go ahead and bring back in our Whiscash right here, go straight for the Mud Bomb to finish it off, and there we go. Look at how much health we have. We were like in the green for our health on Whiscash, and that Shadow Victory Bell just near one-shot us. They have no shields, and we're just going to swap into our Galvantula right here. We're going to go ahead and start shielding, and while I was doing this battle, I still thought they had one more shield, which is why you guys are going to see me overcharging, because I'm guessing I need to get to 2 discharges. So we're going to go ahead and shield again right here. Can't let that Aerial Ace hit us. It's going to be doing super effective damage, but that is fine, or neutral damage. So yeah, as you guys see, I built up basically to 2 discharges, actually 1 fast move short. And we're going to be going ahead and going for the discharge, and this will be finishing off the Emolga, and that is going to be a good battle right there. Alright, so moving into the final battle, I believe that was game 4, so we're going to go ahead and move into the final one here. So far, having a lot of fun in Season 4. I'm going to be trying out so many different teams and so many different Pokemon here in the Great League. So let's see how this final battle goes. We have Whiscash on the lead versus another Azumarill. So going to try to execute the same strategy of building up to 2 Mud Bombs and then going for the Mud Bomb and bailing. So we're going to go ahead and build up. And they decide to pull the trigger on the charge move, so I'm like, oh man, I can't shield this. It's going to do a decent amount of damage. It's going to be the Play Rough. So we lose quite a bit of health that I was hoping to catch on the Skarmory. but we're going to go ahead and go for our Mud Bomb right here, and then we're going to go into a Skarmory, again, trying to draw out that Bastiodon, draw out that Galarian Stunfisk. We're going to overload a little bit on energy, and then now I'm going to try to catch the Play Rough on the Skarmory right here. We don't get it, but they do decide to throw energy as well. So this could be a Hydro Pump, could be an Ice Beam, we'll have to see. It is just an Ice Beam, so very good for us. They do still have some loaded energy, and as you guys see, they're building back up to some more right there, and they do decide to swap out into an Altaria right here. So we're going to go ahead and pull the trigger on Sky Attack. Hopefully we can get to a Sky Attack and a Brave Bird in this matchup. We do get a shield as well, which is fantastic. Now we got to try to get to that Brave Bird if we can, but we do decide to just go for the Sky Attack right away. They are going to be getting their own Sky Attack. We can survive this, but with Dragon Breath damage, we got to get our own Sky Attack off and not try to risk it to try to not hit a charge move right here. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack. They're not going to shield it. It does quite a bit of damage right there, and we're going to get farmed down. And then we can come back in with our Whiscash with loaded energy right here, and we're going to be going straight for that Blizzard right here. Going to be punishing them if they decide not to shield, or we will be getting that second shield, which would be fantastic. We take out the Altaria right there, which is going to be good, and then we are going to see a Breloom come in, which I was not ready for. I go ahead and go into the Galvantula right here, but in hindsight, I should have stayed in with Whiscash and gone for a Blizzard or a Shield Bait with Mud Bomb, because of the damage that counter is doing to our Galvantula right here, and Lunge is going to be doing super effective damage right back, which is going to be nice, or neutral damage right back, but we can't get to another Lunge before they get to a second charge move, and remember that Azumarill has loaded energy, so we can't shield right here. The Seed Bomb will be resisted, but it does quite a bit, and they do swap out, and we try to go for the discharge right there, but we don't get it, so we are going to have to shield right here. Things are not looking good. We can go ahead and discharge this Azumarill right here to take it out, because there are no shields left in play, and then we're going to be going into our Whiscash to hopefully get to the Blizzard in time against this Breloom, so we got to go on. Oh no, we lost the Galvantula as well. I got to try to get to this Blizzard right here, and we don't get to it in time, and that's going to be a good game to my opponent. So overall, did a 4-1 in our first set, had a lot of fun, saw a lot of unique teams, and tried out a new Pokemon of Galvantula. Alright, so we are over here on pvpoke.com, where you guys can do battle simulations, check out rankings, team build, and everything you guys need for Pokemon Go PvP. That Whiscash lead, the Galvantula cover, and the Skarmory on the safe swap, again, to trap that Galarian Stunfisk, or trap the thing that is the biggest weakness, or biggest coverage, I should say, to our Galvantula, so that can sweep endgame like we saw in Game 1. And we have the movesets right there. Overall, coverage B, bulk C, safety B, consistency A. Has some great coverages on the meta, and I just want you guys to look at Galvantula right there. Look how many things it can beat. It's absolutely fantastic. Like I said, Galarian Stunfisk and Bastiodon are those big two that you guys got to watch out for, which is why we have Whiscash on the lead right there, and which is why we have Skarmory on the safe swap. As we continue to go down, you guys can see it covers a lot of the meta, and our biggest weaknesses are going to be a Snowy Castform, Hariyama, a Galvantula as well, but that is definitely manageable with this team, a Primeape as well. Everything else we have some coverage for, which is fantastic. Overall, the team was fun to use. Galvantula is a great new Pokemon. You guys definitely need to be prepared for it. On top of that, you guys need to be prepared for those tanks that are going to be out there, which is why we have that Whiscash. So if you guys haven't invested in a Whiscash yet, or maybe you haven't invested in Galvantula, this is going to be a good time to test those Pokemon out. Whiscash as well, second charge move unlock is only 10,000 Stardust, which is fantastic. So I definitely give it a try. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Season 4. Are you guys having fun with a less stressful environment of you don't need to worry about rating too much, just have fun, play with some fun teams. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.